What you do when you think I'm not looking, it stays with me. It lives quietly in my heart, tucked between moments of gratitude and awe. You may think your days pass like shadows, unnoticed and ordinary, but I see more than you know. I see the effort you put in when no one asks. I see the strength you carry when life feels heavy. I see the love you give even when your own heart feels tired. You think no one notices the way you keep going, even when you want to stop. But I do. I see the way you get up on the hard days, the way you smile for others when you're silently struggling inside. I see the way you take care of the world around you, while often forgetting to care for yourself. It's not missed. It's not invisible. I carry every piece of your quiet strength with me. There's a beauty in the way you love. Soft, subtle, without needing to be loud. You love with your actions, with your patience, with your presence. You check in on others, even when you're the one in need of a kind word. You remember the little things that matter. Birthdays, favorite songs, the way someone takes their coffee. That kind of love is rare, and you give it freely without asking for anything back. You might not realize the way your eyes soften when you listen, or how you lean in when someone is hurting. You don't offer shallow words. You offer understanding. You sit in silence when silence is needed. You hold space for others, even when your own heart feels full of unspoken things. And that, to me, is one of the most beautiful things about you. When you think no one is watching, you give without thinking twice. You open doors. You hold hands a second longer when someone needs to know they're not alone. You notice when someone is quieter than usual, and you gently ask, "Are you okay?" And even when they say they are, you stay close just in case they're not. That's the kind of love that changes lives. You may not feel brave, but I see your courage. I see it in the way you step into the unknown, in the way you try again after failing, in the way you speak gently even when you're angry, in the way you show up again and again, even when you're tired, even when no one claps, even when no one says thank you. I notice all of it. I see the way you laugh, not just for yourself, but to lighten the room for everyone else. I see the way you lift others, even when you're the one who needs lifting. You wear your heart like a quiet lantern, guiding people through their darkness. And you don't even know it. You don't even realize the light you are. You love people in ways they don't even realize they needed. A soft word, a quiet hug, a message at just the right moment. You show up not with grand gestures, but with consistency. You are the person who stays, who listens, who remembers. You are the person others trust without even knowing why, because your heart speaks even when your mouth does not. There's something magical in the way you move through the world. Not loud, not seeking attention, but present in a way that makes others feel seen. You don't demand space. You offer it. You don't speak over people. You listen under their silence. And that is something I hope you never change. You may not always see your own growth, but I do. I see how far you've come, the habits you've broken, the fears you've faced, the love you've chosen to give, even after heartbreak. I see the way you try to be better, even when it's hard, even when no one else sees it, even when no one else knows the effort behind your smile. There are times when I see you pause, thinking no one notices, and I can almost hear the thoughts you carry. The ones that tell you you're not enough, that you should be stronger, better, more. And in those moments I want to wrap you in every kind word I've ever known, because you are more than enough. Just as you are. I know you don't always hear it. I know people forget to say it, but you matter. Your presence changes things. Your kindness leaves marks that never fade. You make people feel safe. You make them feel seen. You give them hope just by being who you are. You think your little acts of love go unnoticed, but they don't. Not by me. Not by the ones whose lives you've touched. Every time you hold back anger and choose peace, I notice. Every time you speak with patience instead of pride, I notice. Every time you choose to love even when it's hard, I notice. I notice when you're tired but still show up. I notice when your voice shakes but you speak anyway. I notice when you doubt yourself but keep moving forward. I notice when you're hurting but still choose to be kind. I see the invisible battles you fight, the quiet tears you hide, the strength it takes to be gentle in a world that sometimes forgets softness. You may feel small some days. You may feel like your efforts don't matter. But please hear this. They do. More than you can ever know. No. Your existence is a thread in someone's hope, a verse in someone's healing, a reason someone believes in good people again. What you do when you think no one is watching, that's who you truly are, and who you are is beautiful. Not because you're perfect, not because you have it all figured out, but because you love, you care, you try, and that's everything. I hope you never change the way you love, even when it feels unnoticed, even when it feels hard, because your love matters. Your love heals. Your love is the reason someone smiles, the reason someone doesn't give up, the reason someone believes that quiet kindness still exists in this noisy world. And even if I never say it out loud again, know this. I notice. I notice all the beautiful things you do when you think no one is looking, and I am endlessly grateful for them, and for you. Sometimes when I look at you, I wish I could press pause, just for a moment, just to capture the softness in your eyes, the quiet strength in your shoulders, the unspoken love in your every move. You carry so much, yet you never make it feel heavy for others. You carry pain and still offer peace. You carry worry and still give comfort. That's a rare kind of grace. You have this way of knowing when someone needs something, even when they don't say a word. A hug, a pause, a kind glance. You give what is needed without needing to be asked. And maybe that's why people come to you. Not because you solve everything, but because you make them feel safe, even when the world is storming around them. You don't try to be a hero. You don't ask to be the light. But somehow, without even knowing it, you become it. You become the person who softens pain, who steadies hearts, who brings a breath of ease to a troubled day. And it's all because of what you do when you think no one's looking. I've seen you cry in silence, then wipe your tears and walk into the world with a smile because you didn't want anyone else to carry your sadness. I've seen you laugh even when you're tired, just to lift the mood. I've seen you give more than you have, love more than you should, and believe in people who have long stopped believing in themselves. You don't always get that same love back, but you give anyway. You are not made of noise and praise. You are made of quiet moments, steady hands, gentle words. You're made of the soft things that are so easy to miss, but so hard to forget. You are the kind of person who leaves an imprint without ever trying. And that kind of beauty, it's the kind that lasts.